We're here in Haarlem at the 5th Interdisciplinary Conference on Psychedelic Research. There's a lot more interest in psychedelics. People who had never heard of it before, they become interested and curious what this is all about. And at the same time, interest from businesses has sparked enormously as well.
These are compounds that produce changes in thought, mood, and perception that normally would only occur when you're dreaming or when you're having a religious experience.
To me, the use of psilocybin and psychedelics is a civil right, fundamentally. You have a freedom of right to your own consciousness. If you can improve it, then you have the right to make that choice. No government should take that choice away from you.
There's so much potential with psychedelics in so many different areas. It's like a feast, it's like a wonderful orchard with ripe fruit just waiting to be picked. The problem is, how does one get the research done quickly enough to make it possible for people to receive these treatments?
If you give a person a high dose of psilocybin or LSD, you have a guaranteed altered state of consciousness that you can study in the lab in a systematic way.
What we have seen in animal studies is that after the administration of a psychedelic, we see that there are new synapses in the brain. The brain is changing and it has the capacity to learn new things or maybe forget old things.
What makes these substances unique is the experiences that they invoke, and that these are deep down human experiences.
Psychedelics seem to have the ability to do something that other treatments don't do. They change the way people think about their disorder. They can break people out of routines of thinking that are destructive and persistent. And that's why they have such a broad utility. You can use them for depression, use them for anxiety, use them for addiction. We're doing trials now in anorexia and OCD, or disorders in which people get locked into thinking processes, thinking loops that they don't want to be in, but they can't escape from.
We treat with ketamine hardcore, severe, treatment-resistant depression. And we found that some of them were impressively improving.
It's really fantastic. You see people making so much progress with the psychedelics in such a short period of time. The substances are allowing people to heal themselves. And as a therapist, you're really mostly providing a safe container for that.
Participants who go through the trials and they go through these psychedelic-assisted therapy treatments, they do experience some incredibly difficult things. So although they've been absolutely gut-wrenching and really incredibly difficult, they find them incredibly meaningful and really important to them.
There's something about getting in touch with, I guess, the parts of us that we don't normally want to get in contact, those sort of, disowned parts of ourselves, our shadow, also, old traumas, old memories.
I'm doing psilocybin-assisted therapy for end-of-life distress. I think it has a very strong chance of becoming the standard of care. So far, our limited experience having treated the first patients legally in Quebec has been very positive. By psychedelic medicine and creating a mystical experience, we're able to give them a sense of unity with being and a sense of continuity and timelessness.
It's really cool with this field that it's also so small still, that you have philosophy, you have psychology, you have neuroscience, you have different aspects of all things combined in one. And you also have patient groups that are telling their stories, so I think you get a really good idea.
Psychedelic experience, when you have the first one later in life, in your mid-30s or 40s, they open doors in your mind that you didn't even know existed. They help you become a more complete version of yourself, integrate all these different aspects of yourself that you didn't even suspect were there.
MDMA will be a prescribable medicine in 2 years. For psilocybin, I think 4 to 5 years, and for LSD, 8 to 10 years.
We're trying to really shape how they will eventually land in the mental health care infrastructure. And if we accomplish that, if we find a model to do that, that is reimbursed by healthcare insurers, that will lead to safe and effective and ethical treatments, I think then we've set an example for the rest of the world. And that is our current ambition.